sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball there. And it's executed very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, back.
Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
60.
Back to throw again.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Smash, Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 44, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. To throw is Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. Never want that.
No, it's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward. This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
19.
They'll set up to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
They'll look to throw here. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. 1st down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll go again with Sanders. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
47.
Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Smith will come in motion right.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He completes it to Henry. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On first down, Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
19 right.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott yet again. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Right back to Sanders on first down. They'll get this to about the 38. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
On the counter now, it's Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
19! Cut 19! 3! 18, pioneer!
Throwing is Hurts. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Kill. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, right in. Here we go, go to 54, right in.
Prescott now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's got Smith here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
On the go.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Drop 60. Drop 60.
Hurts.
And right right side. Henry's got it.
Second and 6.
18 Cowboy, 18 left, 18 Cowboy, 18 Cowboy. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 75 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Grant Calcaterra.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, 47. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Stephanie! Warrior 70!
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to look downfield for Henry.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurt. 19 Wyatt.
He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you created with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them taking